Congrats on getting your hands on a gourmet mushrooms grow kit from Desert Moon Mushrooms. In order to get the most from your kit, please follow all of the instructions in this video. First, you want to read the stickers on the box, including the little one on top and the ones on the side. The QR code will send you to more in-depth instructions on our website. These instructions work for most of our varieties, but they don't cover the reishi grow kit, so keep that in mind. Inside the box, you'll find a couple tools that'll help grow your mushrooms, including a 2-ounce bottle used for spraying and a small polypropylene bag that you'll use to create a humidity dome. You can set these tools aside for later use as you won't need them immediately. You'll then find our 10-pound substrate bag, which contains a special mix of oak and a supplement the mushrooms love to eat. The substrate contains live mushroom mycelium, which needs oxygen to survive. So it's really important to follow the instructions on the little sticker and make sure your filter patch is exposed to fresh air. We highly recommend that you place your substrate bag back in the box so that you don't lose it, as you'll need it for later. Again, just make sure that the filter patch is exposed to fresh air. Within days, you should start noticing white mushroom mycelium growing throughout the substrate bag. It'll take some time for your bag to be fully colonized with white mycelium, depending on the variety that you've chosen. At this point, if you notice any colors like green or black, it could be a sign of contamination, so please reach out to us. Now the bag is ready to be sliced open. We prefer to use a clean utility blade, but you can use a sharp knife instead. So start with making a slit at the corner of the bag to release all of the air. You can use the folding method as shown in the video, or you can use your own folding method, as long as all of the air is taken out of the bag. We do this to discourage mushrooms from growing in areas we do not want them to grow, as their growth is triggered by oxygen. Make sure the cut line is facing upwards as you place your bag back into the box. Now's the time to cut into your block using a clean knife or utility blade. Make sure it's very clean, as you can introduce contamination at this point. Make sure the blade goes into the block about 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep. This is one of the triggers for the mushrooms to start growing. Another important trigger is humidity. It's really important to spray your block as often as possible, especially here in Las Vegas where we're very dry. So don't be shy about spraying the cardboard box and keeping it really damp. And if you have an at-home humidifier, keeping it near is also very helpful. So now's the time to create a humidity dome using that biodegradable bag we've included in the kit. You really don't want to create a tight seal, as you'll smother the mushrooms. So the looser the fit, the better. The goal here is to balance fresh air and humidity inside the box. This step can be a little tricky, but as long as it loosely fits the flaps of the box, it should be okay. We also recommend poking lots of small holes in the bag to allow good airflow. This is really important because if the mushrooms are starved of oxygen, they can either grow really deformed or even die. So you really want to make sure to avoid making a really tight seal and allow the mushrooms to breathe. So now you have your humidity dome, and all you have to do is spray it as often as possible throughout the day. And after a few days, you should start noticing some baby mushrooms starting to form in the area that you sliced open. This stage is called pinning, and this is what pink oyster baby mushrooms look like. These are for chestnut or pretzel caps, black pearl king oysters, lion's mane. These are blue oysters. And these funky ones are golden oysters. Once you start seeing the pins, you want to take the bag off the box for more fresh air. At this stage, they'll grow really quickly, and all you have to do is watch them grow and keep them humid. And soon they'll be ready to harvest. This is what a pink oyster should look like. Yellow oysters should look like this. And these are ready to harvest blue oysters. These are mature black pearl king oysters. And pretzel caps are a little tricky. You want to try and harvest them before their veils peel off their caps. I'll insert a photo for reference. Now, it's okay to harvest them when their veils have already peeled off at this stage, however, it shortens their shelf life. And lion's mane is ready when their hairs are about 1/4 inch long. Any longer will make it taste bitter. And lastly, this is what reishi should look like, but I'll make a separate video for the whole process on that later. Alright, well, I hope this video was helpful. We plan on making in-depth instructions for each variety, but for now, these are pretty basic instructions, and if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at any point. Also, don't forget that you can get a second and even third harvest by taping the slit back up and cutting open in a different area. Well, that's that. Good luck on your harvest. We hope you had loads of fun with your grow kit, and thank you for choosing Desert Moon Mushrooms.